Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my Nuzlocke of Pokemon Ruby version. The last episode, which was 5 months ago, I've all but forgotten because it's been way too long since I last played this game. Of which I greatly apologize for the 5 or so of you who've been patiently ever so waiting for the next installment of my exciting playthrough of this old and beloved game. Oh, I don't really want to fight you because I remember that this is a Nuzlocke and that I actually just looked at my party. I lost, what's his face? Vladimir the Zubat. And everyone else is like in red health. So I really need to go to a Pokemon Center right now before I actually do anything else in this episode. The first thing I'm going to do though after I heal off my Pokemon is actually I'm going to go exchange my Mach Bike for an Acro Bike so that way I can do the Jagged Pass, because it's very hard to do the Jagged Pass without the Acro Bike, because there are only certain parts you could reach by holding the B button and then hopping. It's weird, it's a weird mechanic, but it's what makes this game very unique, because there are no other Pokemon game with 2 bikes. Or any other Pokemon game that lets you hop with a bike. So now that I've gotten everyone else healed up, time to head back to Rydell so we can swap out bikes. Because he's so generous and kind that he would let us switch bikes at any time. What I don't get is why he just doesn't let us keep both anyway if he's gonna let us be able to switch between them. I mean, if he gives either of them for free but we just can't hold on to them at the same time, why not just give... What's the point of them having to always come back to switch with him, you know? Maybe because he's lonely and no one else comes to his bike shop or even talks to him. Maybe he learned from his past mistakes, you know? Everybody just comes back, gets both bikes, never sees him again. He loses business, they don't talk about his shop. But this way, we always have a reason to come back and talk to him. Such is the life of an NPC, right? Actually, he's a pretty important NPC. I think he was a little more important in the Pokemon manga, though. I haven't read that in a couple of years, so I can't remember, but I know he was in that. I think, like, all of the people who give you bikes, though, in each game are, like, related in some way, because, like, maybe they are. Like, there was just, like, this whole big bike family. Oh, okay. This is good. What I just did was also check, after you beat the Team Magma or Aqua Grunts, depending on what version you're playing, they're going to be replaced by these random trainers for I don't know what reason, but you can challenge them in case you want more EXP. And I want this beauty to fight me, but I have to get close in, apparently. Since I bathed in the hot springs, I've been feeling great. I'm sure I'm going to win. Oh, it really has been a while since I last done this. I hope I still got my chutzpah. I don't know. I forgot the word. Chutzpah? I don't know. I feel like I'm not putting the emphasis in there. And don't worry, guys, I haven't forgotten that this is actually a Nuzlocke, so if anyone dies, I lose them for good. Oh, I forgot to drop off Vladimir off in the box because he's dead. Okay, I won't even use him anyway. He's like, you know, one of those fodder Pokemon. Ouch, I'm getting a chill out of the water. The hot springs were all the way back in Lava Ridge Town. Oh well. I finally made it to Mount Chimney. I want to make my Pokemon battle. Well, so do I. That's the whole reason why we're here. Isn't that why we're all here? To battle it out with small animals? Why do we fight with tiny creatures? What is the meaning of life? These are the sort of things that N was asking in Black and White. One thing that I wanted to do, though, was actually finish up this Nuzlocke before Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby came out, but that plan drowned really quickly, mostly because of school and pharmacy and stuff, you know. The way you battle, it's like a Mount Chimney eruption! Is that another word for trying to say I'm hot? Because I don't mind. Okay, oh, I did the hop there if you didn't notice. Now we're finding an old lady. I've been to the hot springs and refreshed my tired bones. Right now I'm feeling strong. I think the word you're looking for is refresh, and I wouldn't say really strong. But I guess someone with your age, you know, if she's been in the sauna sauna? Yeah, sauna I think is the word. Or hot spring for a while. You sure love rejuvenating those old bones and replenishing your skin and complexion. Because I know it's been years since you know, probably done strenuous exercise or whatnot. These trainers weren't in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for some reason. I don't know why. Even though there are a lot of other extra trainers in that game that they included that weren't in the previous games. They even changed up some of the trainer rosters. Actually, they changed up a lot of the trainer rosters, especially as you got deeper into the game. Like, what I started to realize was, instead of a lot of the trainers having repeat Pokemon that you've met before, they included new Pokemon that you wouldn't normally encounter in this game or the other game throughout, because a lot of those places were just optional, like Safari Zone for example, but they actually put them on the roster so you can actually check their Pokedex data and actually knew that they could be found in your game. Whereas in Ruby and Sapphire, you actually have to figure it out yourself by checking every single place and seeing if you can find every single rare Pokemon. Oh my goodness, now aren't you something? Sounded like a pedal there. Sorry about that. And one last more, and then we can go to the Jagged Pass. Just another quick EXP check. Marshmallow takes way too much EXP to level up. I've got the fire in me, baby! I can't stand it! I have to battle! You can really say she's got fire in her eyes. Wait, no. I said that wrong. Oh, crap. What's the song? Oh, I'm not really good when it comes to songs. As you can tell... Actually, no, you can't even tell. But enough before I get into that. We got here Meryl, a water Pokemon. But just a water Pokemon for now, because in Gen 6 they decided to turn it into a fairy, which I don't really see. This is a bunny. It's the water rabbit Pokemon. In what way is a rabbit supposed to be a fairy? Rabbits are nothing fairy-like. There's nothing fairy-like to this thing. I guess that they had to add, you know how in Gen 2 or Johto, when they finally introduced Steel and Dark, although no Gen 1 Pokemon gained the Steel type. No, not the Steel type. No Gen 1 Pokemon gained the Dark type. Magnemite did gain the Steel type, so I guess that's why they had to add some previous fairy types to this. But Meryl, really? Oh, that was a scorching hot match there, Sunny Jim. Sunny Jim? Wait, did I take the meteorite? Nope. I think I did already. Yeah, I think that's the first thing I did. As you can tell, it's really been a long time since I played this, so rusty on a lot of things. So please forgive me while I make very stupid mistakes. Okay. Now, to initiate this, you actually have to hold down B for a while, and then it'll, like, start popping up. But I think, like, the time for it in Auraz, the shortened version, is increased. Because I feel like you have to hold it down longer in that game for it to start hopping. And since it's three-dimensional and not, you know, preset distances in this game, you have to, like, line it up perfectly so that you go right on the rocks. And that's not exactly easy. But I think what the game did is that if you start hopping, though, it turns back into the preset squares. Because it's really hard to navigate three-dimensionally and lining your bike up like that. Over here we got a hiker, because I'm done rambling. Yeah, because I don't want to... In case he has a rock type, I don't want Marshmallow to die. Mount Chimney's Jagged Pass. Now this is what I've always wanted on a mountain. This jagged bumpiness, it rocks my soul. Feel like you'd be into rock and roll. Even though I'm not a musician guy or any sort of song related thing, you seem like rock and roll seems like your type of jams. Alright, this guy had a Baltoise. I guess I could have used... Okay, he used self-destruct. If you kill Arma... Okay, wow, that did like a third. Thank goodness Armadillo has a lot of defense. This is a good idea to put him on the team. Okay, here's the problem, though. This next Baltoise is probably going to use self-destruct again. And, well, actually, it probably would have lived, but I don't want to take the chances. I mean, there's a better chance that Rascal would survive. And it's also got the flinch with Headbutt, maybe. Or it could just crit. And we could avoid the problem altogether. Ain't that right, folks? Losing left me bitter. Don't you mean salty? And no, that was horrible. Let's see. Now I have to go back up so I can fight the camper over there. Because that's the only way to... Because I wanted to do this all on the first run-through. That's why I wanted to get the Aqua Bike. Because you can actually fight all the trainers here and get all the items. Your first, eventually, if you keep running through it. But that's just time-consuming, and you guys don't want to see that. Besides, that involves a lot of cutting out in case you want to actually see me walk up to the mountain over and over again. Jagged Pass is hard to walk on, but it's a good place for training. You can say that again. Though pretty much every place I've been to has been a good place for training. Even the cities, except for the ones without, like, a gym. But pretty much every place is a good place for training, right? Don't you throw sand in my eyes. This shouldn't even work, because all other ground type attacks don't work on flying types, but sand attack works for some reason. All because it's a status move and not necessarily an attacking move. Because if I used Dig, and according to what Dig's animation is both in-game and in the series, I should hit you because I jump up from the ground. You're not on the ground when I hit you. I can hit you. I've seen Dig hit opponents that were flying. Why can't I do that in this game? Yes, I know, because it's a video game and you have to conform to the video game rules. But in real life, you could pretty much do anything. Although, a lot of the rules that they implemented in the video games are kind of bent even in the show, like normal type moves hitting ghost moves, although that hasn't been happening in season 6 with Kalos because of Jesse's Pumpkaboo. It was all over while I was still trying to find a good footing. So you were too busy trying to put your foot down instead of fighting me? Come on, man, you're supposed to always give it your 100%. Okay, let me just... Okay. Inzektor needs some EXP, and there's only one trainer left, so... I'll probably, unfortunately, have to end things off. This place isn't your casual hike. It's not suited for a picnic at all. Why did I come here? Why did you come here? If you came here for a picnic, you came to the wrong place. Like, we're next to a volcano, see? And there's ash everywhere, and this is kind of jagged. Did you not read your Pokénav? Like, it gives you a nice description. I actually kind of like some of those descriptions. Because it gives you some flavor text that you wouldn't necessarily know about. It's like some of the Pokédex entries for the Pokemon. You know how Scrafty's is something about Hoodlum because it's the Hoodlum Pokemon and it's based off the stereotype of Hoodlums. Stuff like that. I'm not trying to be racist here or anything. I'm just saying that it provides you some realistic aspects of the Pokemon other than the fact that, you know, they fight, beat each other up, faint but never die in game. Still trying to process that. Want to meet a Pokemon who can actually die. Okay, and that's out of the way. Oh no! The ground is too bumpy. You two? You're the only guy who seems to like it here is the hiker. Everyone else is like, oh, it's too bumpy. It makes me wonder why you guys came here in the first place. Okay, now before I actually forget, let's actually drop Vladimir off into the death box. Because I actually do remember making one. It makes things a lot easier to keep track of. And this reminds me of how many Pokemon I've actually lost up until this point. Which is really saddening. My starter's in there, for Pete's sake. My starter! Like, I'm pretty sure most people don't make that stupid of a mistake, but of course I would. Because, you know me, I'm an idiot. Making myself an idiot is what I do, apparently, in these videos that you guys so much enjoy. But that's a good thing, right? Right? Please tell me you guys love me. Oh my god, I sound like an overly attached girlfriend. Where's that ice heel? Don't mind the two ladies filling each other up in the bathtub. Don't mind that at all. Get your mind out of the gutter. Gunner? Like, me gunner? Sorry, I've been playing too much Smash. Oh wait, no. One more thing. I do want to get that Wynut egg for no reason. In case... Well... I guess, in theory, if I really wanted to, wait, no. I wouldn't game over. Well, technically, it would be... No, I wouldn't technically never game over. What I was thinking of was, if I take the Wynut egg and everyone else dies, would my LP be over? Would my Nuzlocke be over? Technically, no. Because I can hatch the egg and it will have never fainted. The problem is, it's very hard to train a Wynut who has no attacking moves whatsoever until level 15. I'd have to at least evolve it so that it learns Counter Miracle so it can actually do damage and not sit there like a sitting duck. So even if I lost everyone else up to that point, up to this point, and the Wynut egg was the only thing I had left, I'd still lose, cause it can't fight. And that guy wants to give me an item, but my bag is full. Another thing I hate about this game, the bag restriction size. Like, it's in the other games, but I feel like in this game, it's a lot smaller. Like, it gets full really, really quickly. If I want, oh no, I could just sell my nugget. Like, I get only a third of the ways into the game, and all of a sudden my bag is full? Like, that never happens in Pokemon games usually. Because you're going through all of your healing items, or stuff like that. Unrepels too. I should probably use those too. Although I haven't been in a cave in a while, I think. But yeah. That's the one of the gripes I have about this game. Really small bag size that just forces you to actually use your in-game mailbox to store items. Which I guess is a good excuse, because most people actually don't even know about that. I think they even took out the potion that you get from it at post Gen 5. And that charcoal was about the only thing I could get, which is absurdly useless to me because I don't have any fire types. Nor did I catch any, so I don't feel too bad about, you know, not being able to use it. And okay, I'm good. So that means I can end off the episode right here in the gym, waiting to start off the next episode. So, the next episode, as I've just stated, if you weren't paying attention, I will be challenging the Lava Ridge Gym, also known as the Fire type Gym. So, hopefully, this won't be another 5 months in advance, but I will see you guys next time.